and salutations, and this is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and welcome to a geeky, awkward Blerdette, where I talk about, highlight, and celebrate black ladies in black characters, black female characters in TV and film that I talked about in my blog post on Thoughts of an Outspoken Diva. The blog post was called she was geeky, awkward, and nerdy, or nerdy, awkward, and geeky. The link will be below. And you loved her. And on Talking Blerdettes, that was on the episode that was on the Dope Science show with Stephanie Lowe. Um, and on this post, we will talk about who I think is the epitome of geeky, awkward, and blurty, and that is none other than Joan Clayton of Girlfriends, played by Tracy Ellis Ross. Um, Within the past few years, recent years, I'm finding out that a lot of people don't like Joan Clayton. And this is probably the only time I will ever say this about myself because I loathe this phrase. I felt a way about it. I felt some kind of way about it. Um, then I thought about it, I was like, but you know what? The things that they were talking about with Joan, the whole rules situation, she lived her life by rules, and she needed to forget the rules, and she did this, she had, she was wedding crazy, and she 3 month ruled this, and everything was, she was so meticulous about everything. If you look at Sheldon Cooper on Big Bang Theory, not only was he not liked on the show, people didn't like him on uh the fans, people outside of the show, people watching the show didn't like him. So she's in good company. Just like I told you some, I think last year, on the blog about Eva Dandridge from Deliver Us from Eva. If Sheldon Cooper can be thought of as a nerd, these black female characters, these black ladies, can be thought of as nerds too. So duh. And of course, yes, Joan Clayton was a nerd. I mean, she's awkward and she's geeky, but because she's fabulous and she had fashions, and of course she's a black lady, you don't see that. But that's because that's the way society has it set up. Only if you only fit this mold of people, you know. But would Joan fit in if she looked like a black version of uh, Amy Farrah Fowler, who eventually marries Sheldon Cooper? Spoiler alert. No, but because she can turn some fashions, and she has trendy hair, and she got the men and all those kind of things, and she dated hot men and stuff. No, but Joan was a nerd. Number one, Joan joins a book club. I'm sorry, y'all can argue with who y'all want to. Other than one time I was on part of an online uh book club, I steer away from those because I don't care about other people's opinions about stuff that I read unless I, ask for it. I don't really care. But she was part of a book club, and I'm sorry, one of the nerdiest things. Y'all can argue with who you want to, but you're not gonna argue with me. That's a nerdy thing, okay? Because y'all sit there and talk about, this passage and the allegory, the Steinbeckianism, and that's what how Joan sound that. And she was part with all these famous female writers and her boss, and you know that was part of one. Joan had some really quirky things. You didn't put your bun pants with your cake pan, I mean, with your sheet pans, with your cookie pans, and this pot doesn't go here. And oh, remember when she tried a new nail color at Caltrans orange, you didn't put your Manolos, which is the sippies, and your tennis shoes. You don't put it in a big bed like I do. And then she had the 3 month rule, which everybody harps on the 3 month rule. But if y'all ever notice, unless you were dating Joan, Joan never told anybody else that they had to have a 3 month rule. Steve Harvey suggested y'all had a 90-day rule. Not Joan Clayton. I don't know why y'all are so triggered about somebody else in their life choices. Because, again, shenanigans happened when she didn't follow the rule. Shenanigans happened when she did follow the rule. It still gets her the love of her life. I don't ever remember if they followed the rule or not. But I can tell you what they did do. Her and the love of her life, who is Erin. Spoiler alert. Erin didn't. They're on the episode. Hold on, I wrote it down because I kept forgetting it. Time to man up. That episode, we find out that Erin does not like Valentine's Day. And Joan kind of agreed with him in front of everybody else, and everybody else was like, "Girl, what are you doing? You are crazy about holidays." Cause Joan did it big. Christmas. I mean, she had a caroling league, and she had the fabulous Halloween parties. I mean, y'all want to talk about cosplay? I need to go over to Joan's house for ideas. So yeah. So here we are at Valentine's Day, and she's dating a guy who doesn't believe that Valentine's Day uh, is a real holiday. He feel like it's corporation greed, and she had to finally sit down and talk to him and say, "I need to let you know that I'm a freak." He's like, "Yeah, I kind of know that already." She's like, "No, about holidays. I go up for holidays. And if you don't believe in Valentine's Day, we're gonna have a problem. I'm gonna end up resenting you for this." So, and they have to sit down, chat and stuff. That's another thing that's nerdy and quirky about her. She wants to have discussions. She's just not. She can't just roll with it. Guess who can't just roll with things? She has to have discussions. Again, if y'all actually know me, a lot of people are not shocked that I identify as a Joan because there are quite a few rules that I live by. But back to the story at hand. And eventually, spoiler alert, Erin goes big for Valentine's Day for Joan. I don't understand. I mean, I understand. I mean, I can't make nobody like anybody, but I don't understand why she is not seen as a nerd. I mean, I know why, but I still don't understand it. Why do we have to fight y'all and tell y'all black women are goofy, awkward, geeky, silly? We're not just strong black women. Mm-mm. So I salute Joan Clayton, Tracy Ellis Ross for bringing her to life because we do exist. Just because I dress fashionable, I'm a little cute, does not mean that I don't present as nerdy or awkward or geeky. Okay. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like Joan or do you identify as Joan or you know does her 3 month rule bother you and all that anything else about Joan. Okay. And yeah, let me know below in the comments uh, on down below on this post, no, this video post, on the social media site that you see this on, or on the email address that's in the description below. Okay. And other than that, talking to you in adult terms.